Happy days. Soft case. Okay folks, here's the measurement at the 12th thread on the E1OM. It's sitting at 7. And here it is on the top E. As you can see, it's over 5, closer to 6 probably. So this has come straight out of the box. And being 24.9 inch, I'm finding it quite playable. But look, it's pretty high. It's not bad. It's not super high. I really like this. And when Eastman's coming to Australia, they don't have a distributor here, so they go straight to the music store. But let me say, I've never had an Eastman with such beautifully finished frets. They're very smooth, and it's like they've been sort of rounded off. And I would say the fit and finish on this guitar is very, very good. And if we can just pop in a saddle and bring that down a little bit, it's going to be beautiful. It's got a pretty shallow neck, but it's got the 1 3/4. It's not a huge neck actually, it's very slim. And it's also a matte neck. There it is, E1OM-Special. And once again, I don't know what the M is, M2331. Now I wonder if that is 2023. I guess it is. Good old Eastman. They're really, really improving, I think. Like Perseus getting his hair cut, sometimes taking the saddle down on a guitar, especially a new one, can rob it of its voice, its power. So I'm about to do that on this guitar. But just a little here, it's ringing very lovely high up on the neck here with the capo. Quite often a new guitar's not very loud up here, it takes a while to open up. Alright, so the E1OM, and it is Tuesday the 8th of October, so I haven't rushed into this review. What happened was I actually put that low saddle in, and it was too low, that truss rod adjustment. I tightened it and tightened it, it was like it wasn't engaged at all. I think that's pulled the neck back, and I've put the original saddle back in, and the action's come down a bit. And it was just too low before, and I was upset the guitar lost its mojo. It absolutely did. And now I've let it settle for a few days, and it's sounding nice again. I got the yips with this guitar for a few days. And I've been practicing the Moon Coin jig. Beautiful Irish tune, I've known this for years. I learnt it in 1998. And I always just strummed along on the guitar, but this I'm trying to learn the melody with the flat pick. Yeah, so you know, it doesn't sound small from this little skinny body. It's and sounds refined. It's probably my most refined sounding guitar. Now that my E10D is not working very well, the benchmark is the Yamaha LL16. So I'm in the key of F, and I've got the drop D and the capo on
4-on-3. That key of F is very, very lovely. The bass getting pushed through in terms of recording, not too low and flubby, not too high, it's just right. And there's a couple of very famous players who advocated the key of F. Now the E1, of course, smaller body, 24.9 or 25-inch scale, I'll have to check, versus the LL16, which is a big body, even bigger than a Dreadnought in volume, and 25.6. It's a little bit longer. But this guitar is very new, and I have learned you've got to be patient. The Eastmans take a while to open up. But I think out of the box, this has got quite a big voice. About the top on this guitar, you can see it's got this thing where one side looks light, the other one looks dark, so it's book matched. It's actually a very nice top. Apart from that, I don't know if that's optimal, but it just means that grain's not vertical, it's probably just a little bit to the side, or even maybe like that. It's got a bit of silking, it's quite fine. And of course the benefit of these special guitars is they're using this true tone finish. So this is not the nitrocellulose lacquer, which is, I guess, the time-consuming thing. It's some sort of synthetic, and I think it's used by bourgeois guitars, so there's nothing wrong with it. The beauty of this special is it's full gloss, and of course the other thing is it's a special because it's got quilted sapel or sapele, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's why I wanted to get this guitar, apart from anything else, because Eastman always produce these gorgeous backs and sides, and their timbers are just beautiful. I also feel that apart from the visuals on this, the actual mahogany, it's very fine. And this guitar's really lively and loud. I'm going to call it, this is probably my best Eastman ever. And I've had so many. E1OM SP, made in 2023 at Eastman Strings, Beijing, China. Good on you guys, so nice. Really nicely finished neck. Of course, really, really good quality ebony. I think the level of finish is improved. Like this bridge is beautifully finished. There. Everything's really well done. Petite little triple O pickguard, and they put the herringbone here, and not on the sides. So it's partaking of a triple O 18 aesthetic on the outside here with the tortoise shell. I don't know if the tortoise shell is the perfect match for this. Imagine if they did it with some timber binding. That's what I recommend. That would look amazing. I also love the bound necks that Eastman have done in the past. They don't do them on the traditional series. That's nitpicking because you're getting this beautiful ebony board, which is premium. I think the camera has trouble focusing on the wood here. Quite apart from how it sounds, it's just beautifully made. It's a beautiful piece. One that I'm really, really happy to have because it's a special. There'll never be a batch quite like this. Here's my theory on why they've got the special guitars here. The sapele is low down in the pecking order, right? So you've got the E1s with the sapele. You've got the E3s, which fill that gap, the ovuncle, which is meant to be halfway between rosewood and mahogany. We're lucky because sapele is regarded as the cheaper one. Maybe it is easier to obtain, but then it turns up in this beautifully figured wood. So what can they do? They can't create a new number for a higher value sapele, so they've just put it as a special. And, I mean, it's just got the sun shining on it. Look at it. Who would not want to just buy that? They've done a lovely job on the neck, which is not the red tone. It's got a more of a brown tan tonality. It's hard to pick up with the sunlight. I'm very happy with this guitar. I mean, look at it. Even if it's a dud, it's a beautiful dud, but it actually plays really well. And I'm looking forward to giving this time. I've been a bit iffy on this one over the years, but it's got its own character. Once these are gone, I mean, when will this sapele come back? Who knows?
It's the 21st of November, and the year is running away. And I've been enjoying this guitar, although sometimes I wonder whether, playing as I do with these pro picks and a heavy pick, whether I really just like the full-scale Dreadnought. But these guitars are a bit soft and delicate, but that said, it's very nice to have it when you're recording. So where we're up with this is this D string. When I hit it a bit hard, I'm getting some buzzing. And so I've been over the fretboard and I have identified a few high frets. And look, not bad, but nevertheless they're here. So here's the top, and you see I've marked them with texture. So you never know, if I get all these leveled, it might stop that rattling. Yeah, this one is quite high. And then I found one here at the 12th fret. Look at that beautiful inlay on this guitar. And look, notwithstanding that there's some high frets, I really like the way they've finished this neck. There's just a sense of quality about the finish on this neck and how they've got it set up. That's nice. I've found one here too, and it's almost worn away from playing. Very subtle. That won't take a lot to fix, but there it is. Now, and the other point I'll make about this guitar is I could have done with a bit more relief. I've let off the truss rod, so there's almost no tension on the truss rod. Well, there is none. I'll show you. There we go. Look, just as I come to here, that starts to engage. So I do like to play with a heavy hand. I really like the feel of the LL16, the Yamaha, with that long scale, and you can really get your pro picks going hard here, and it doesn't buzz. It's got a very nice neck. This guy's got quite a slim neck, but overall, the general fit and finish on this guitar is nice. That's the top. So that's where we're at.